Hi, Sarah. Hey, congratulations for Birds of Paradise.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too. It's my pleasure. Now, obviously, there are a lot of competition ballet films out there. What was your vision that you wanted to do with this film to make it different from the others?
I liked the idea of getting to, it's always nice when you can start with a kind of story an audience is familiar with and then hopefully subvert expectations, but you kind of lure audiences in with something that they kind of think they know what they're getting and then hopefully surprise them. And um, I so I really liked the idea of getting to tell a story about, coming of age story in a competitive world of ballet, but hopefully, something that can be about so much more. It's for me, it's a movie about where ambition and libido collide, and it's also so much a story about grief and pain and searching for peace in your heart and whether redemption can be possible even when you do something perhaps unredeemable. Um, and yeah, it was really just a launching off point to um, at this moment in my filmmaking career, I was really looking for something that was a bit more commercial and accessible. And I wanted to speak to a wider audience with my films. And at the same time, hopefully retain the seeds of what drew me into filmmaking in the first place and kind of elevate the story in some way.
Was the ballet choreography and the interpretive dance choreography were they difficult? Something new for you?
Yeah, it was such a like delicious new challenge as a filmmaker. I had have gotten to do some action sequences and fight sequences before, and I really wanted to see if I could approach dance in some ways with the same mentality. And also, like, one of the things I think is such a draw about dance is that we're pulling from our most primal communications as a species. Like, before we had language, we had the language of the body and of movement and of dance. And so I wanted it to feel in some ways a lot like channeling and tapping very deeply back into our nature.
And one more thing, how did you get the chemistry between Christine and Diana to perfectly mesh so well throughout, the changes from the beginning all the way to the end?
Yeah. Well, that's just such a huge credit to the two of them as actors and to the dedication that they had to each other. But I think one of the reasons the movie works so well is Diana and Christine, they're both incredibly talented, but they're such different people in so many ways. And so I think that's one of the things that makes them so much fun to watch on screen together, is that they have such love and connection for one another, and at the same time really couldn't be more different in terms of both their process, their approach and their process as actors, and sort of who they are as people.
Most excellent. Well, Sarah, hey, thank you once again for sharing this conversation with us. Thank you for bringing us a terrific movie like Birds of Paradise.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.